really, really hard to approach, you know. And then this game, that is Darleng, right? You have the Luna, you have the Undying. You don't have a ton of like instant initiation, you know. You don't have like the Blink Ravage, the Chronosphere, the Arena, or anything like that. But it's much more about kind of cultivating an advantage and being unapproachable. And that's what we've seen actually, I think, be successful in the last 2 games as well. You know, that Primal, sorry, not the Primal, the Palos trying to check the ward here. He's going to take some damage for this. Not a big deal. No spells used. But yeah, in the first game we had the Beastmaster draft from Darleng that basically did that. Gave them a big unapproachable lump to run around the map as, you know. Game number 2, it was all about the Luna, all about the Night Stalker, and they were just kind of, again, able to just hold hands and be unapproachable. So that seems to be what's working here. That's what the Darleng have. So I think I'm feeling Darleng this time around. But you can never count Blacklist out from this game just because they have these big ultis to play with. So they always have ways to kind of play their way back into it.
Yeah, I mean, I just remember the game 1 where like Blacklist, sure, they found that chance, but it was that relentless aggression from Darling that was key. And I get the reason why I'm a little bit hesitant on Darling winning this is I feel like this, of all the drafts we've seen from them, this is the draft that has the most pressure points on failure, right? Like the incorrect siege or the Roshan you're not ready to go for, delaying your time, giving too much gold to Blacklist in that absence. Got so many issues, and Palos does go down to half HP. And
whoa, this is aggressive. Yeah, you got the CM behind though. She's such a strong level 1 hero. Give her a Blood Grenade and Crystal Nova. It's such a low cooldown as well. Makes it very hard to play into her, and they're not respecting
your first blood.
Jing is gonna die. Palos will grab a first blood.
That's not the start you want if you're trying to get the ball rolling, but Blacklist, first blood. Wraith Band now already going to be completed on the Void when his courier gets back to him.
I mean, this is a big
actually, okay, luckily for
Darling.
Darling. Yeah, but luckily though, he's already brought Tangos out preemptively, so he doesn't even get to use his gold straight away from this first blood. So it's not the strongest first blood, as his courier is about to connect with him right now. And so 400 gold in the bank, 1 minute in. A rare opportunity where you don't actually see the full effect of a first blood, straight away at least.
Should have built Midas instead.
Yeah, basically, yeah, already there, right?
Yeah,
only a recipe away, smile.
The Archon special. Arlo might be in some trouble. Nah, Starstorm's not going to be nearly in range. If he had anything else leveled, then maybe you could have brought him down, but Starstorm did help you get first blood, so no regrets for Mirana. And yeah, Luna going to be chased down a little bit here. Rough start to this bottom lane, to be honest with you. Tim's doing a pretty good job and just kind of out harassing everybody.
Yeah, I think Blacklist is, if their lanes go well, like Luna has to think out jungle a little bit earlier than she expects, then this Mars and Mirana can take over this game. They can connect up with this Luna, make all the moves that you need, and suddenly while Centaur's still trying to farm, Luna's still trying to farm, arenas are getting used, kills are occurring, smokes are breaking the map. Like CM and Mirana are very potent supports. Once they break from their lanes, if they play together, then they are going to be setting up. And Carlo, again, dropping so low. Undying just hates playing up against these heroes, and he does go down.
Yeah. He was trying a little bit too hard to kind of get the double decay coming through.
What a try-hard.
And just ended up getting killed off. And Jay-Z on the top side. Taking hits, but we'll be alright. How's our mid lane going? I haven't really talked about this one, but these middle matchups has been pretty fun. Yahweh versus Abed. Very, very hype CA matchup. And so far, as expected, Luna's doing pretty well. Setting the Conqueror on fire over and over again. If only you could torrent yourself to put out those flames.
Thank God we don't have those interaction where it's like, if you have the fire on you, it does more damage with the brute, you know?
I was so excited. I wanted that. I wanted Dota to become that.
I
elemental
game.
I
never want Dota to. I mean, we're maybe one big patch away.
To Huskar, and then you like have to torrent your teammates, put out the fire, but then like, oh no, now you're wet, and Zeus is here, and lightning damage is increased because you're all wet. So sick.
How many more like UI changes do they have to make? Like, you already have like a stun bar, you have like your status bar as well, which is filled up with Venom monster stuff. Now you're throwing in all like the elements as well. It's like Welcome to Dota. It's just like pop-up central, yeah.
Screen.
Oh god. I mean, it would be fun for like a game mode, maybe.
Yeah, I could be here for that.
And it could be
Dota
called maybe
overcomplicated
Crownfall. How about that?
Yeah, there we go. Pretty quiet laning phase, but quietly good for Blacklist as they seem to be getting the advantage again. Tombstone comes down and gets taken out just as quickly, but maybe in a little bit of an awkward position here in the tower and just taking a lot of hits. Insanity taking hits from Mirana at the same time as well. Oh, Blood Grenade actually doesn't land onto the Luna.
Spear into. Is he going to go for it?
He's really unsure if he wants to go for it. He knows that this Undying can just pop him if he's not careful.
Tim's like, I have 2-point Starstorm. Like, they could have been very cheeky there for sure, but probably would have been. Both going down as well would have been like 4 deaths in the bot lane.
Yeah. I would have been here for it, I won't lie. Tim's now going to get cooked a little bit, but Yowie comes in from the side. Misses the torrent. Won't be getting that little freebie pick up there onto the Mirana. Really could have used that considering how his mid lane's going right now. He is getting absolutely put in the pan in the middle lane.
Yeah, I think for Darling, this is not how they expected their lanes to go. Centaur Rubik, very potent often in the laning phase. Undying, you're expecting it to do well, but I think Mars is one of the strongest strength heroes against any of the known counters, right? Like against like some Slarks and Monkey Kings, you have a spear to position them away from you, to disjoint the right clicks. Against heroes that want to come up and bully you, you can rebuke them. And then you throw in some high magic damage support as well. Like just go for this Starstorm Leap combo on Mirana. Like Undying has no presence in this lane. So I think, yeah, Mars showcasing its universal ability to play into most matchups. Mirana being a good counter, and now Luna is playing from behind. Centaur just, again, just small things from Blacklist, enabling, of course, the First Blood helping immensely in top lane. And Blacklist are hitting their stride. We expect Darling to be the one to have to group up to make the moves, but after this laning phase, every 1,000 gold now, it just feels like so much more. I just paused for a second just in case they got a kill. I was like, oh, I kind of want to hear the death, but it didn't happen.
Mars just TPing away at the last minute. Will be all right. Makes things a little bit
6
awkward.
minute rune.
We'll know that Tim's is probably not here because, of course, coming through the 6-minute rune. MJZ is going to take it and now immediately use it onto Jing as well here, trying to run him down. Abed comes across as well, and they'll be able to take him down with a quick little LSA and Dragon Slave. Jesus. Did you see that animation?
No, I did not.
Just immediately ran in mid and tried to Laguna Yahweh.
I think
it always looks so silly, but it does give you max stacks of Laguna Blades, so it's like... always worth doing.
Throw it out, why not? Like, surprise, I'm here. For Blacklist, I am intrigued to know how they use their first round of Arena and Chrono. Like, both of these heroes have the ability to twin gate to kill the other side. Like, do they want to kill off this Luna, prevent her from, recovering her own game? Of course, Luna very easily, under 3-4 minutes of free farm, can suddenly get a Mask of Madness, accelerate her way to being back into the game. So I think it would be in Blacklist's best interest to at least shut her down a little bit. Kunkka isn't having the best of time, but they are yet to make that move. They are yet to break from their farm. Somewhat reminiscent of Game 2, where Blacklist decided to not really cross the river, to accept their own defense, and then go when they really see the perfect opportunity.
Yeah, that opportunity seems really obvious this game as well. Like, when you hit this Chronosphere, just combo up with either the Mirana or even the Lina, and you're going to be finding a kill. You have so much damage to pump out into this Chronosphere. Same thing with Arena as well.
What the... Oh, no! Oh, wait, 1 second. Let's see Centaur die top first. Give me a second.
Yeah.
I'll show you what I saw.
Chronosphere into Lina. Very nice.
The hill ward spot above Radiant Tier 1 bottom. Click on that die. No. Radiant Tier 1 bottom. There we go. The sentry dire placed just above this cliff. Look how awkward it is above. Oh, Scriff, come on. Click it. Stop teasing me.
Come on.
Look how close it is. They had the courier up there. Look, it's like a pixel. It's a single pixel away. I've not seen a sentry be that close in my life.
I mean, why not just put it a little closer? I would
put it a little
simply
bit
place
closer.
the sentry closer.
To be fair, I have no idea why you haven't just put the sentry a little bit. Like, what's in the river? That is
Really
poor
wanted
sentry
to
placement
see
from Tim's.
Those two trees. Whew, you need to have them sentried up, or else. All right, thank you. Scott.
Yeah, I just want like this. I hope is a big talking point. I hope when this series concludes, I hope all those players have this screenshot ready, and they can talk to Tim's about it and just really, you know.
I'd say there's something going on elsewhere on the map, but there's really not. Like,
no, this is devastating news. This is groundbreaking stuff. The whole stream is just kept Wing. You know, everyone's popping off, giggling like, this is so much better than the gameplay.
I don't think that is.
All right, cool. Right, back to the siege.
Without a chronosphere, can't really stop this in the top lane. So at the very least, Raven's identifying a strength. The supports are here with him as well. Oh, that's Yaoi. That's not a support. Sorry, sir. He's just drinking good in the middle lane. But Tim's is coming over as well, and the combo you talked about coming into play here as Jing just getting beaten on down by the two supports. MJZ though, dragged back in. Jing still on for the time being. Tim's getting very, very thirsty for this one, and well, MJZ is going to be the one to take a nap instead. Arbed though, looking for the D ward. Poor things. Expecting him to kill a hero there, but just comes in with the right click to get rid of that sentry. Fair enough. No. Now wait, Torrent does come down, landing onto Gabby. Gabby though, probably just going to throw down the arena. Yeah, bring down Carlo, kill off the Undying, and get a little return kill. That's kind of just how the team wants to play at the moment. They've got this Faceless Void, they're farming up. They're not super interested in overcommitting to engagement, saving arenas for a big carry kill or something. Like, nah, just get a kill, go back to farming, get that money.
Also, I'm sorry to be boring and talk about wards again, but you know this ward that Scriff showed on the high ground in mid? It's actually a really cool Radiant
which one
ward.
was that?
No, this one. It's actually really cool because Tim's placed a sentry earlier, but sentry gives small amount of vision, right? So when you place this sentry, you're not going to see the Radiant one. Normally, people default place it in the center. So this is kind of like the evolution to this very cool ward spot, because now to check that spot, you have to check properly with like actual vision. You can't just sentry and D-ward instantly, because everyone just default puts it in the same place. So again, unfortunately for Tim's, 2 wards now that his sentries are so close to dewarding, but he's not even able to deward. One because of his own misplace, and one because of a really cool placement from Darling. So just wanted to give a shout out. We don't really give wards love. Yeah.
No, we don't. And on your supports, as MJZ dies, you don't have that vision-giving spell, which you usually like to have on your supports. You know, there's no Frostbite or Frost and Crystal Nova. Nothing like that.
Yeah, the CM would have to go there, right? Like Mirana by herself, like is she really going to sentry arrow? Not really. So no, again, pretty cool stuff. And Darling though, they are starting to try and get a little bit of that group up, but the Chrono Man's here.
Beautiful. Laguna Blade immediately onto the Conquer with the right clicks coming on through as well from the Lina. They will be able to bring him down. Pirate out. Jing, still neighborhood. Ravens looking at this one as well. He's got a Stampede available. Going to use it here for Carlo, but Carlo's trapped inside the arena. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Gets brought down by Gabby, who just, once again, every arena just pops in, murders the Undying, goes back to farming.
Yeah, you can feel the desperation from Darling, right? Like, the Conqueror is trying to solo siege the mid tower with the double supports. Luna, of course, is not strong enough at all to join these sieges. The MJZ decides to gift a kill away to Raven, but I think for Darling, potentially a TP from Luna to mid lane. Like, there's no arena, there's no chrono. You need to start taking some towers. You need to provide some economy for your team, because yeah, it's so important. To be fair, it's somewhat low enough. They might be able to do it without the Luna. Yeah, Blacklist. They don't care about this tower and just give it away for free. And
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
But Blacklist feeling very comfortable in this game.
Yeah.
Every big ultimate use so far has netted a kill.
A mid tower, but no ultis.
Exactly. You could argue that maybe Gabby didn't need to arena the Undying. It's coincidentally, Gabby also voice lines the exact same second I say that.
He's like, yes, I did. God damn it! I wanted
that kill. Yeah, exactly.
He's in a pattern. He's in a habit. He jungles. He goes and kills Undying. He goes back to jungling.
Now Luna's poking bot.
Arena
is up in a second. They have Blink now to reveal. Surprise!
Luna. Let's see, Yowie, can he do anything about it? Gonna throw down the arena, but it's gonna be enough to bring down the Luna. Yowie, though, dealing a lot of damage back towards Gabby and Tim's, but they're gonna back themselves away in a bad, just free casting on the backline of the fight. Raven, though, jumps in, comes onto the CM and takes her out, beheaded by the axe of the Centaur. And Tim's also gonna join his fellow support in the grave. So strong response here. It does seem to be Raven who's the one hero getting stuff done on the side of Darling.
I still return there for sure, but you can feel the frustrations from Darling, right? Like the fact that they want to take a tower, but now they're fighting into the cooldowns, and Rubik needs to go trying to steal the wisdom rune, but Gabby did get it.
Oh, such discipline from Yowie. Like every single one of us watching would have killed that last ancient creep, but not Yowie. He knows his time is up. TP's out with the creep on like 1 HP, but he leaves it. What a guy.
So scary. Like, I'm just thinking, like, when you have Chrono and Arena in the same team, if you just offset them into different fights, you then have like pretty much like permanent uptime of team fight capability, right? It's either I Arena you and we win, then 30 seconds later we'll use a Chrono, and then 30 seconds later we'll go, you know, probably have Arena up again soon. So it is very scary that the Void and Mars are now out of sync for their spells, because it gives Blacklist so much more confidence. And as I say that, yeah, they are smoked up. The Arena is back on available. It's only 90-second cooldown, so it is pretty easy to constantly fight him.
It is a little worried about the damage because Lina does not have the mana to help out in this engagement, so gonna have to do it without her. But with Mirana, the CM should just about be enough. And Tim just keeps on digging up bounty runes. This guy's cheating. He knows exactly where to dig. So they have found the Kunkka. Big target. Blade Mail not going to do enough to keep him alive.
Nice sleep still, but off he goes. Ooh, Luna might be trying to go for a slightly different build here with the straight Manta into Kanda. It does feel like the way that Darling will win a fight is by soaking up the Chrono and Arena and just barreling through them. You know, it's like, okay, you've wasted your big spells. We have so much damage now, we kill all of you. Like, it's very optimistic because of the lead that Blacklist is building, but if they can do it, if they can find that clutch save, that glimmer cape to prevent that death or something, then it could be enough if she gets the items. But there, it's like a 20% chance, I think, right now on Dota. No, it's not. It's actually, they have a 40% chance to win a Dota Plus, but it does feel relatively uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah, I'm not getting for Darling right now, but maybe then Sanity gets his game on. Maybe this is the build to do it. We'll see.
Just all it takes for Radiant is Blacklist to fumble one set of spells, right? Like, if you waste Chrono, cooldown 150, you waste Arena, cooldown 90 seconds. Like, that's plenty of time for a Luna to take a tower or to take a Roshan. And I think this first Aegis will be so critical for Radiant. No way. Jumping back with the X-Mart. Not overstaying his welcome. Manta now complete on the Luna.
Surprising that Blacklist aren't kind of forcing this more, but to be honest, I think that is a way they could actually end up giving away their advantage, is just by trying too hard to make things happen with Chrono and Arena. And they have no real pressure to either. Like, their calls are going to be pretty damn big compared to the calls on the side of Darling, and I don't think they're too worried about the matchup either. Like, this is awful for Luna in all honesty, this matchup. Like, you can farm all you want. You're not going to survive a Chronosphere. You're just not. Anytime
you can see...
Go on.
So you can see though from Blacklist, they're smoking here. They want to take a fight around that Roshan area. They want to make sure that when they use their big spells, if they are to win the fight and they're on cooldown, they can at least take away that Aegis. Sure, they're going to kill off Carlo eventually. There we go.
Stuns out onto Mars. If they can kill him before he gets his Arena off, this could be pretty big, but he's got got his own Yule Scepter, which is going to interrupt
Nice
it, but they've
torrent.
got the damage regardless. Beautiful torrent timing. And they look towards Abed as well, but Abed has a BKB to get himself out of danger. MJZ, meanwhile, won't quite be so lucky. Raven jumps in with the stun. The right clicks are going to be there, and Yao will finish the job. It's a double kill for the Conquer and a powerful response coming out from Darleng.
Not the jump you wanted. Like the way that they were smoking, I was anticipating Blacklist to sweep into that kind of triangle, find that Luna, look for a bigger kill, and then maybe try and take away that Roshan. But instead, they went for the easy kill. Well, they thought it was an easy kill, sorry. And yeah, just backfired completely. And this is exactly the move that gives Darling the potential of going Roshan. And this is pretty much, I'm not going to say like the only way, but it's like the best way for Darling to get themselves back into this game, at least in regards to momentum, is on Blacklist just fumbling some of their moves. Like now that they've used that smoke, they have to get their heroes back from base, back onto the map. Do they want to group up again to smoke, to then drag down their efficiency of farm, to hope for another kill? They just, that single misplay just gives Radiant complete free access to Roshan, and I'm very surprised that Blacklist opted to even entertain the idea of going for Undying when like the most critical point in this Radiant draft was Roshan, and it was very much available and online for them.
Yeah. Now, Aegis in the other hands, then Sanity. Going to be very, very happy about the turn this game has taken. And like, this might not be the fighting Aegis though. I'm saying that the fight taking place right now, and they're getting involved. They want to take it. Gabby in the front lines, no BKB. This Yules ain't going to help him out much here, though. He does get the arena off before he goes down, but go down he most certainly shall. Another death for Gabby. Another initiation, which doesn't quite hit the mark. And another step closer towards BKBs. This Conqueror, I'm sure he's going to go for it next. Centaur, he's not too bothered. He doesn't mind being the focus of initiation. He's got the health to make it not so worth it.
Hello?
Middle tower is under attack.
Arrow?
All right. Guess that's their cliff then.
That was kind of tense. But
I was ready for the Void to jump down, and I think that would have been awful. So very glad he didn't.
Yeah,
you can see the temptation there. You know, just get that quick kill, get out. But the team was just too close by. They could have connected easily, but yeah, now we're in this very awkward situation where this whole top side of the map just belongs to Darling. So they really have found their moves. And this game into a big success for them right now. And whilst it's Aegis on the Luna, pushing power is pretty incredible. But I am worried about them when the Aegis runs out, because with this Kanda build, you will not be having a BKB. So Arena, very big threat. Chrono, very big threat.
yeah, I feel like for Blacklist at least, it's just split the map up. Allow this Aegis Death Pool to do their thing.
Yeah.
You take your bottom side of the map, trade your towers, and they're jumping onto the Void.
They certainly are. Stampede comes in, followed up by the stun. They've got so much lockdown for Palos here, but he is able to get the time walk away, so he's got to survive for the time being. MJZ does get left behind, but Palos still on the run. I don't think he's going to make it out. Oh, the Eclipse comes down the Chrono defensively to try and get himself out, but Raven, he walks around the other side, does get on top of the Faceless Void. Palos goes for the time walk, TP out, but the Fate Bolt! They catch him. He's gone. A huge loss for Blacklist. Not only do they lose their Faceless Void, but they lose their Chronosphere as well.
That was just the start of the fight, getting the jump on the Void, having to go mode retreat the entire time. It's just not going to feel good. And ever since Blacklist made that smoke to kill off the Undying early, or tried to kill off the Undying early, everything just feels so disjointed. And fighting into the Aegis, it's just not going to feel great at all. This Void, he needs the BKB. They need more items. They've blundered their early lead. And the only hero really having the best time right now is going to be Abed, sitting at 7-0, has the Gleipnir, has the BKB, and Radiant utilizing this Aegis quite nicely. They ideally, I think they kind of want to put themselves in a position of maybe pressuring the dire side of the map a little bit more. It's nice to get kills on your own side, but they're in that awkward balance right now where this is the type of game where if you get carried away and scream to try and take tier 2, tier 3, that's not the way you win Dota nowadays. It's methodically breaking down the map, chipping down your opponent. So there is no expectation of Darling to win the game right now, but they got to start applying some pressure. As Kunka though is getting jumped in mid lane and does die.
Yeah. The one thing throughout this game that's been consistent is Abed being able to get off his damage. He's played consistently well. and he's always there when they need him. Nice BKB on from Raven as well. Raven going to get stunned up forever with this arrow coming through as well. Now Albert still under the cover of BKB can just go to town on this Centaur. They haven't finished him off yet though, and he's got the Stampede to get himself away. And Paulus maybe in a bit of trouble right now. He's got the Time Walk available in just a second, but the chain stuns coming in, take him down. LSA not there in time to save him. Tim's up to the high ground. They do get the kill onto Raven. Insanity though, feeling a bit of insanity now trying to chase down Tim's. Kanda, not enough damage to kill off that Mirana. So Tim's will get away.
Gabby skipping the waves, just making sure that there's no chance for them to capitalize on that aggression, and that's kind of the main reason for this net worth. Still, even though we just keep seeing the Void die, keep seeing Blacklist just getting poked down across the map, we aren't seeing Darleng progress the game state. Getting kills feels good, but at some point they're going to need to change it just a little bit, turn up the pace just a little bit more. Aegis is expiring in 13 seconds, and Arena of course will be back up. The Void will have BKB and 200 gold, so this next fight, it's not going to be that simple. You can't rely on a torrent, a stomp or something. It is going to be potentially, I would like to say, Blacklist favored for sure with this BKB. They have a smoke on the Mirana, they have all the tools to connect. But Darleng, they can't get carried away with this one.
The ultis are very scary. No Aegis. We mentioned before.
Oh, they're smoked. Okay,
Big
so
double threat.
Darleng are doing Tormentor though, so there will be a global announcement of where they are on the map as Carlo also dies.
Die to this.
There's a second global announcement.
Hey, he gets a shard for his troubles.
And for Blacklist though, they need to find something bigger. Like, they have all the team fight in the world, but they just keep finding supports. Like, they're jumping, they're chasing, they're trying to find Jing, but he blinks out.
Ooh! He's playing him right now. He held that blink. He saw the arrow fly past. Was like, yeah, I'm good. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I don't see him. No way did he not see him there. Tim's just like, wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. What a value death. They do catch the ward though. Yeah, maybe not super value, but
and what a cool
still.
scout as well. Like the fact that the Rubik blinks, Gabby runs deep, so it's like, wait a second, if he's not down here, then surely he still must be in the tree line. We just walked up these steps, so they just keep checking all the sneaky spots, and they eventually find him. But I think Blacklist a little bit uncomfortable with that one, especially knowing the Aegis was expiring. They really wanted to connect on a bigger kill, but now Luna, she TPs to the bot lane. Mars and Void are looking to hunt. Her team is behind her.
Jumping and stun from Raven. Gabby wasn't ready for that one, and now the Eclipse comes down and Gabby is gone.
It does look like Gabby was lost in the woods, but now they're smoked up. This game, I feel like Blacklist, this entire game is just, the smokes have just not been good from them. Like, they've just not connected.
Yeah.
Testament to Darleng, of course, having the positioning to dodge them and to send the supports to soak them up, but it does feel like Blacklist are one smoke away from this game feeling just a little bit easier for them. But until then, Darleng grouped up, soon BKB on the Luna, 200 gold.
I mean, it's unreal to me that this Luna got away with a Kanda build. Like, I feel like that's so punishable. If you catch her out, you know, you have Arena, you have Lina, you have so much damage to rip through this year without a BKB, and yet they just haven't been able to do it. They haven't been able to convert. And that is something they got to look back at and say, how did Densanity get away with this?
Yeah, it's the smoke breaks, it's the fact that Raven on his Centaur, he likes just to keep jumping in, finding those initiations, finding those fights, and in doing so, there's so much noise that it's hard for them to connect, right? Like, there's Torrent Storms, there's a Kunkka running in, there's a Centaur running in, Undying as well with his Tombstone and Glimmer Capes, quite tanky as well. So it's not the easiest game just to find the Luna if Blacklist are wasting their ultimates on other heroes, right? If they hold them, then sure, it should be relatively easy, just point and click and go, but that just hasn't been the case so far. And Luna, she's poking her head just a little bit to top, maybe gonna try and force him back to base here. Roshan is available, but this will be the Roshan. If Darleng are to take the second Roshan, buildings will fall in the Blacklist base. But if Blacklist can contest, then that's maybe the start of them really, clawing themselves back into it. Even though they've had net worth the entire time, it just feels like something's just not been clicking for them. Just one fight. That's all Blacklist need.
Everybody knows where the other team is right now. No one's really fooling the other.
Smoke and Moonlight Shadow. Is there any high ground vision here for Darling? There isn't.
No, they kind of preemptively.
They had to preemptively.
And that's all they have.
They have no arrow. They have no no sentry. This is a complete fight in the dark.
Oh, they have the sentries further out. That's what they have to play in this area. They have to go for the push because that's the only way to drag Blacklist into the area which they need them to be. And now Tim's comes jumping on through the arena, gets down onto the Lina. She didn't get off her BKB in time. Now she will do so and turn around and look at the Lina, but Lina just flies off into the sidelines. Paulus is here, looking for the chrono, uses it onto that mid and off laner, and now starts getting to work on the tombstone save, though. It's absolutely huge. It's going to buy the Conqueror a little bit of time, but not nearly enough to keep him alive. He is gone as well. Then Sanity running away on the sidelines. Now Blacklist, they want to make it all 3 cores, and they're going to find it with a spear. Beautiful from Gabby, catching him out of the tree lines, going for the TP, and that is 3 cores dead. Perfect from Blacklist. That's exactly what you want to be seeing.
Yeah, for Darling, they're trying to hold the aggressive position. They are going to find the Rubik as well. Oh, a little bit of a combination there, but the fact that they had no Ob Sentry really in play. There was one Obs at the low ground of the Dire base. Like, that is not a ward you want to utilize in a game deciding pre-second Roshan fight. You want high ground vision, you want to break the smokes, you want to find your own initiations, but instead they hugged the tree line. They played in the low ground, and of course the team of all the team fight beautifully. Deep smoke wrap around, placing the high ground vision, understanding the fight, Gabby getting the initiation on the Luna, Void holding his spells, waiting to really understand what he's trying to do in the fight. Yeah, that just wasn't a fight from Darling, and Blacklist just showcasing the discipline they have there, because that was just the layers that they implemented to get that fight. It was just, very good stuff, and fully picked apart Darling. This is now where I expect the momentum of the game to shift to Blacklist. Wait for their cooldowns to go again and just rinse, repeat, get the kills. When Luna doesn't have an Aegis, when she can't stand her ground, it's going to make her game so difficult.
So now you're playing into an Aegis on this Lina, the big damage dealer. Cheese on the face of Void as well. Delicious Elemental cheese.
Not terrible. Decent choice.
Wow, Swift Blink is the next thing queued up from the Luna as well. So really showing how they feel like these fights need to go. You know, positioning is going to be everything. Insanity needs to get past the Void, past the Mars, and onto that Lina and take her out, because there's just too much damage coming out of that hero at the moment.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, but he has a date as well. He's 10-0. It's such a stellar game. Really haven't put himself in terrible position.
Yeah,
I prefer this build this game.
Right click build makes sense.
I think I'd rather have a Lina put I think when you have so much frontline, I'd rather have a Lina who can right click 10-15 times throughout a chrono, rather than really nice my one Laguna.
How did he miss that? Oh my god, Luna just went through him pretty much. That was wild. They do find Yaoi regardless though, but that was a little bit of a miss onto Zenfanity there. Should have been the Luna kill. She was very slow on the BKB, but I mean, they did bait pretty hard. I was about to say I like the play from Blacklist, because they're sending Abed bottom completely by himself, but you know, Abed's hitting high ground. You expect the whole team's behind him, and there was no way they could have really committed to going on Abed there. No, with these big ultimates waiting behind. But then in reality, everybody else on the side of Blacklist was sweeping up top because they knew that Darleng, what Darleng thought. They just baited them out perfectly. It was a very nice strategic play.
Double damage.
Amplify damage on Lina.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Insanity gets out again. Gabby keeps spotting this Luna at just the wrong moment.
Luna now has the blink at least, so you can blink dodge a chrono, you can... It's uncomfortable, because if your centaur initiates at the start of the fight, you don't really want to blink on whoever he's jumping, because then you're going to get arena'd or chrono'd after, right? So it's like, this blink is very much the Good luck, team. Soak everything. Okay, now I'm going in. Really playing on the fringes fight. Arbed. Half HP, X'd up for a little bit. Perfectly fine. About 500 gold away from that Satanic. 400 gold now. Scardy soon complete on the Void. I'm just clicking on all the dire heroes, and they're just incredibly tanky. So many good items on them. Yeah, Scardy's flying out, Satanic's flying out.
Radiant's middle
You've already got
tower
the Greaves pipe that we've mentioned earlier for the Mirana. Soon to be Vlad's. You can compare that to Darling. Luna got the blink. Like, it's quite worrisome. Sento did just complete BKB, so a couple more initiations will allow him to actually go for a couple hoof stomps in a fight rather than just that single one, or he gets comboed down.
Yeah, either caught in arena or blown up by the Lena.
Yeah.
Not going to be quite the case this time around. I would say Blacklist have been a little bit slow to progress their map state with this Aegis. Only 40 seconds left, and they're finally getting around to the final tier 2 tower, but considering the amount of gold they've managed to get from this Aegis is, yeah, they're doing good.
It's easy, I think, for people to assume Blacklist should be killing everything the entire time, but I think
Bottom side,
knowing it's a single game.
Found the loot. Oh my god, she has no idea. She has no idea. Easy arena, easy spear comes through. No BKB available. Manta, BKB. It's not going to be enough. The damage is there. More than enough. And Gabby even throws out the tip as well. Savage.
Oh. Just all the timings have been just fully removed for Radiant, and I just like how Blacklist are just sweeping across the entire map. They don't really care what they find. They're just going to find something and try and kill it.
Yeah.
Try to go for the wisdom
snipe. They're
snipe.
trying to kill off Tims. It's taken such a long time though. Tims is one tanky Mirana.
Pipe.
They're not finishing the job. Stampede being popped. They're just going to set up for an easy Chrono Spear onto 3. Lena on the sidelines just blasting in the damage from the side. Taken down 2. And now they look over towards the Conqueror as well. Yaoi just being completely torn inside out. Arbed now godlike with that double kill. I mean, you gotta give up. The Mirana wasn't dying. Tim surviving through it all as they find another. Carlo falls as well. 5 heroes dead. GG.
Oh, Gabby.
Gabby.
Brutal. All right.
Jesus. That was just nasty.
Of course, I'm 90% sure, 95% sure that is, of course, in jest. They probably already disconnected in Discord together, laughing about the game, having a little bit of fun, I'm sure. Or maybe not. We'll find out. Probably on some news site in a couple of days. But yeah, maybe it's drama. But no,
you'll find out.
I think for Blacklist, at least their game 1 draft was very underwhelming. At least against Darling, it was, you could just say it was pretty bad. But their adaptations in game 2 and in game 3 kind of showed just them reading their opponent, realizing what was good and bad, to then actually be able to